ሰላም ጤና ይስጥልን። እንኳን ወደ ቻናሌ በሰላም መጣችሁ። በዚህ ቻናል ላይ በርካታ ነገሮችን እንዳስሳለን እናያለን። ስለዚህ ሂሳብ ጥያቄዎችን ከአንደኛ እስከ ዩኒቨርሲቲ ላሉ ተማሪዎች ቀላል የማስተማር ዘዴ ይዘን እንመጣለን። Hello everyone, welcome to Itomatic Scene. On our today's lesson, I'll try to explain how we are going to solve these questions in general. So, these questions are really important, especially for AS level and R level Cambridge students. And they are very important also for Ethiopian national students who are taking about translation in general. So, now let's see. First of all, here, what I'm going to do, you have to just carefully listen, especially how these problems will be solved. First of all, I'll try to explain the way how we do this problem, and also I'll explain the general concepts of the lessons, because these questions are taken from just from one topic, that is transformation. So what do you think about transformation in general, mean? I think you have to know what is transformation in general. There are some basic concepts of transformation. That is translation, reflection, rotation, and stretching in general. Is that? So basically, how we do this problem generally? Let's raise the first question. What's the first question says? The curve with equation this one. There is a curve having an equation just like this one. There is a quadratic curve. Is that? Here there is a quadratic function. So, and there is a translation vector. Is that? You know this is a translation vector. Then find the equation of the translated curve given your answer in the form of this one. Is that? So here, what I'm going to need from the lesson, what is given and what you're going to find in general mean. Always, whenever you do a problem, whenever you solve any mathematical problem, first of all, you have to be careful what is given and what is required. Then you have to understand the problem. Understanding the problem just leads to your solution. Is that? So if you understand perfectly what the problem says, perfectly you will go and solve the given problem. So let me solve how we are going to just explain. First of all, let me show you how to do this problem. Now the given information is, as you know, this is the given information. The function is already given. Our function is x squared minus 4x plus 6. This is our function. So how we are going to translate this problem? How we are going to find the image of this one under the translation vector? Is that? So this is a quadratic function, whatever the function in general it may be. How are you going to find the image of any function under the translation vector something AB? That assume that our translation vector is going to be, assume our function generally y is going to be f of x. Unless we have a translation vector AB. Let me explain generally what this means. If we have an arbitrary function f of x, that's already given in the form of this one, and the translation vector is AB like this one. How could you find the image of this function under the translation vector with this one? That's the first point. Then, you know that in the case of this problem, this vector is simply what? A combination or the sum of two vectors. That means it is written as this way, a0 plus what? Now this is immediately given as 0b or a0 plus 0b. Is that? That means this is a translation vector AB mean there is a vertical, a horizontal translation and what? Vertical translation. That means a vertical translation is followed by a horizontal translation. First, we can translate horizontally, then we're going to move that image also vertically, B unit. That? So this is the way. So what's the image of this problem under this translation vector? This is gonna be y is equal to the image of these under this translation vector is perfectly given by f of x minus a plus b. This is the image of the function, is that? So if you want to find the image of any function under the translation vector, these are general formula, is that? So here you have the function this one, and you have the vector, the translation vector -2, 5. So how could you find the image of this one? How could you determine the image of this problem along with this translation vector? That's the point, is that? So whenever we need to find the translation vector, a is -2 and b is already 5. This means that now this problem is given by the image of the translated curve is gonna be, this is y, which is equal to, directly we have to plug -2 in place of x. That means x minus of -2 the whole square minus 4 into x minus of -2 plus 6. This is the image of this function when we are translating this problem to the left. I mean, when we are translating this graph horizontally, now we can have this one. But after we are already moving this horizontally to some unit, then we have to just add, or we have to move this vertically 5 units up. So this is going to be plus 5. Is that? That means now on this value we're going to add this 5. Then this is going to be y will be, you know that this is x plus 2 the whole square minus 4 into x plus 2 plus 11. Is that? This is the solution. Now this is the image of this function under the translation vector, this one. But our answer should be reduced in the form of this one, is that? So we need to just reduce this problem in the form of this one. And hence, now this is given by what? This will be written as y will be what? X plus 2 the whole square, mean this is going to be x square plus 4x plus 4 plus minus 4x, then there is minus 8 plus, which is going to be 11, is that? So this is directly equal to y, which is equal to x square, this cancel by this one, and there is 4, and we have minus 8 plus 11, is that? So which is going to be x square plus minus 8, that's already plus 7. So this is the image. Now that means for this problem, our solution is going to be what? This is the function. When we are translating the graph of this problem with the translation vector, this one, what I have done, y is equal to x minus of minus 2 the whole square plus minus 4 into x minus of this one plus this, which is going to plus 11. So this is directly what? X plus 2 the whole square minus 4 into x plus 2 plus 11, because this plus this is this one. So this is x square plus 4x plus 4. Then this is exactly x square plus minus 4x minus 8 plus this one. So this is the image of these. This is the image of the graph of the function, this one, is that? This is the image of the graph of this problem with the translation vector of this one. So this is the first solution, how to find the solution of the first question. Now let's come to how to determine the solution for the second problem, is that? How we are going to do this problem. Here what is also given. Now let me read. The curve with equation this is translated to the curve with equation this one. This is already translated to this one. Here you have given the image of this function, but the transformation is not already known. So how we are going to manipulate, or how we are going to describe the single transformation that has been applied to get this one from this one, is that? So here what is given generally? The original function is already given. Our original function is x squared plus 4x plus 6. And the image of this with a central stretching technique is given by this way. That is 4x squared plus 8x plus 6. Then what is the transformation? What is the single transformation that has been applied to have this one? Is that so? What's following? Is this a stretching? Is this translation? Or is this a reflection? So you have to be technical how to answer this problem in general. So first of all, let me describe this one. What this in general mean? So because this is the image of this one, since this is an image of this problem, we have to start from here, and this has to be written in the form of this one, and it is going to be what? Y will be what? 2x the whole square, is that? Plus 4 into 2x plus 6, is that? So what has been touched here? What has been affected? So what kind of transformation do we have here? So you know that this is perfectly, this implies that y will be what? F of 2x, is that? F of 2x. That means if we directly this one, what's the relation between this point? Is that? Here you have to think, you have to know what's the relation between this point in general, is that? What's the relation of this original function and its same one, is that? What kind of relation have we seen here? What's the relation? So let's look. The relation of this means this is f of 2x. That means if you directly plug 2x in place of this one, 2x the whole square plus 4 into 2x plus 6 will be this one. So this implies that this function is what? This implies that now we can just say directly what kind of transformation has been used here. Now the problem shows, that means this relation shows that, now this implies that y is equal to 4x squared plus 8x plus 6 is what? So it's simply an image is the image of what? Y, which is equal to x squared by plus 4x plus 6 by, that means now this is directly the image of this one, is that? This is transformed of this one. This is a transformation of this one with now image of this one with the stretching factor a stretching factor 1 over 2 parallel to the x-axis. Parallel to the x-axis. You see, now this is the single transformation here is what? It is stretching. What kind of stretching? Because you know that there are two ways of stretching. That is a vertical stretching and horizontal stretching. When we say horizontal stretching means that we have to stretch the graph of the function just parallel to the x-axis with a scale factor of 1 over this one. Means that generally, let me explain about this point. Let me say something about stretching in that. So in the case of stretching, whatever the function we have, let's assume that this is the function that's f of x. Unless we have a stretching factor a. So what is the image of this function when we are stretching this problem parallel to the x-axis and parallel to the y-axis? When we are stretching this problem parallel to the y-axis, the image of this is going to be what? Y will be a of f of x. Is that? A of f of x. That means whatever this value in general it may be, for any value a and for any function this one, if we are stretching this problem with the stretching factor of this one parallel to the y-axis, now this is the image of this problem. Is that? If we are stretching this problem parallel to the y-axis, the image is going to be this one. Is that? This is the image of this one. Is that? Perfectly, this is the point. Similarly, if this is a stretching factor and this is our function, if we are stretching this problem parallel to the x-axis, then the image is going to be y will be f of that is 1 over a of x. Is that? So always, in the case of stretching parallel to the axis, we have to take the reciprocal of the stretching factor, that in order to find the image of the given problem of this one. That means this is the image of this one. This is the stretching, this is the transformation, this is the transformer figure of curve of this one with a stretching factor of A. That part of the x-axis. This is part of the y-axis. So this is the general point that you have to remember what is transformation in general. So this is all about our today's lesson. Maybe if you have any question or any doubt, you are welcome.